Namaskar to all my brothers and any sister is there to the Ambedkar online free love stream. Good evening, to all of you for joining this webinar on the subject of concept law of reservations, OBC reservations in 50% All India quota in PG education. PG medical education. Before that, brother was giving about introduction about me. After having practiced for 22 long years in the Andhra Pradesh High Court, I have been appointed in 1999 as a judge of the AP High Court. I had been on the bench for 14 long years and retired as an acting Chief Justice. Thereafter, then I was appointed as a chairperson National Commission for Backward Classes for a period of 3 years. Then during my period, I have submitted so many reports. And some of the important reports among them are: one is these socio-economic caste census, because the NCBC Act says every 10 years there should be revision of the caste communities. Without the socio-economic caste census, then no revision can take place. As per the Indrasani versus Union of India, the revision also shall take place, and they shall be, then every 10 years we have to test what are the classes who are who can be brought into the bottom the OBCs, and who are the other castes who have achieved the fruits and shall be eliminated from the list. So that process should be the ongoing process, because without the caste census, nobody can do it. Therefore, I have given a detailed report. Then when the government asked to categorization, I said for categorization also, caste census data is required. As per the Indrasani case, whole of the Indian population has to be surveyed. And then they should know what is their social, educational, economic, political, cultural, all factors one has to take it. Then we can categorize and we can implement the social, economic welfare measures. Therefore, when you are conducting the caste census every 10 years, that is the decadal census, taking the census of the males, females, Hindus, Muslims, Christians, then what is the objection? Then scheduled caste, scheduled tribes you are taking. Then what is your objection for taking the caste census of OBCs also? Because OBC is a vast this list in each state, one state ranging from the 100 to 250. Therefore, strongly I have recommended, that is one report I have submitted. Other report was categorization based on the degree of backwardness. There should be categorization within the OBC. Otherwise, the advanced OBCs are enjoying the fruits of the entire 27% reservation. Therefore, the poorest among the OBCs also should get the fruits of the reservation. Wandering classes, then begging classes, then nomadic, semi-nomadic tribes. Their position is almost worse than the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, poor. Therefore, they have no place of residence, no education. Therefore, categorization, strongly I have recommended for categorization. Then apart from that, the creamy layer also. Creamy layer issue, wrongly they are implementing creamy layer. As per the Supreme Court judgment, merely because one person has economically well off, you can't bring him under the creamy layer policy. Because the society, whether his position is elevated in the society or not, several factors has to be taken. But contrary to the report, they have been implementing the criminal system, eliminating the OBCs, denying the reservations of even giving 27% also. Under the guise of criminal layer, they have every year published. They are eliminating the OBC selected person, and that share is taken away by the general classes only. That is another issue. There are no reservations in the insofar as the Delhi High Court is concerned, no reservations for the OBC or the ministerial the subordinate services. No reservation in the Delhi and the police. Central government jobs will be given to the OBC listed in the central list. There are two lists. One is the state list, another is central list. Central government, for the purpose of central government employment, central OBC list will be considered. Therefore, Delhi, the jars of the Delhi are not in the Delhi state list and Delhi and the central list. But Delhi police comes under the Ministry of Home. But insofar Delhi is concerned, though they are not in the central list, they are being considered all the Jat community which are not in the central OBC list. So that also I stated you should follow one rule, otherwise you can't, as suits you. In the Delhi, you can't deny the OBCs. And in Navodaya schools, then central schools, Sainik schools, no reservations are provided for the OBCs. So recently, the government of India has taken a decision to provide reservations also. So that's how several recommendations have made it. Then I was able to meet the Prime Minister and Amit Shah, and 3-4 meetings I have convinced them. Then having satisfied, when there was a big meeting at the public, when the National Commission for the Backward Classes was decided to be given a constitutional status on par with the SC/ST Commission, then first time it failed in the Parliament. Therefore, I have criticized there was no proper floor management, and even BJP people themselves have absented 22 people. So that was recorded, and that was recorded and reported to the PMO office. Then my name was actually to be appointed for the categorization under Article 340. But I am very happy. That is the reason why Rohin is appointed. But I am not in the categorization, but only based on my report only that commission has been appointed. Then comes to the reservations. Just before answering directly that why the government of India not giving the reservations to the OBCs in the 50% of the PG medical colleges, before going, all of you know the very learned luminaries and jurists article, this constitution, entire constitution of India, gist of the constitution of India, what Dr. Ambedkar said, so only in the constitution, that is the social, economic, political justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. That's all. And courts are meant to only to do the social justice. Then equality, Article 14, equality. Treating unequals as equals is perpetuating the inequality only. Then Article 15, then Dr. Ambedkar having, keeping in view of the past experience of the discrimination, suppression, then this kind of this thing, Ambedkar ji has incorporated all the social issues in the Constitution, Article 15. You see what is the plight of it when we got the independence. There was a discrimination of the caste community, even to have the access to the shops, public restaurants, hotels, place of public entertainments, wells, tanks, bathing ghats, roads and places of public resort maintained. And this kind of the discrimination was there. Therefore, then this Article 15 was written there. That is the reason why to bring equality. Then bring equality. No doubt SCs, STs have been provided reservations, but OBCs were that there was no provision in the Constitution. When you know that Champakam Doraraj versus Union of India in communal reservations in the Madras state, when that was struck down, then Ambedkar ji wanted reservations in favor of OBCs. Then when the government was sort of resistance, he resigned from the post in 1951. That is the reason why First Amendment came. That is 1951. This Article 15(4) was added in 1951. That is because of the Ambedkar ji. So to have reservations for the advancement of socially educational backward classes and scheduled caste, scheduled tribes. 15.4 was added first time because of the Ambedkar. Then under that issue, there could have been the reservations in the educational institutions, but no reservations were implemented. But that is the reason why only Article 15.5 was added in 2006. From 2006 or 7 onwards only, OBCs are able to get some reservations in the educational institutions. Till then, there was no reservations to the OBCs. Then employment is concerned, then 16.4 and is there. Now you see the reservations in favor of OBCs have not been implemented even after the lapse of 73 years. As against 27%, only 15% could not be filled up. Every year they are sharing away a major chunk of the Group A services of All India. And suddenly, without any survey, and contrary to their own report, where the Honorable Prime Minister of India, when he was the Chief Minister of Gujarat, he has opposed for reservations for economically weaker sections as a Gujarat Chief Minister. That is there in the report. And all of a sudden, within 24 hours, they have brought in a legislation, Article 15, Article 15.6 and 16.6, providing 10% reservations to economically weaker sections. Where is the survey? Who is the economically weaker section? And yesterday is a Karodpati or multimillionaire becomes a proper today, he becomes economically weaker section. So they doesn't want to take the socio-economic cost census, but suddenly then brought into the existence the 10% economically weaker sections. So that is the reason why I have filed some persons to maybe to manage to file a case and to get it dismissed with the evil design. Some forward list persons filed a writ petition, but I have filed a very concrete writ petition, then questioning the 10% EWC on so many grounds. That is, there is no data, there is no survey, and contrary to the existing report, and against the state's wishes, you are provided 10% economically weaker sections. Justice M.N. Rao, Supreme Court, is a senior. He was a former Chief Justice of Himachal. M.N. Rao appeared for me, and many stalwarts appeared. That case was heard, and they wanted to refer to the constitutional bench, but so far orders have not been passed in that, and the case is pending. Then, insofar the constitution is concerned, you see the then untouchability. Still today, in the remote villages, untouchability is existing, and the right to education. The right to education is not being implemented. Prohibition of the traffic of human beings, who are indulged in the traffic in human beings and forced labor, SCs, STs, BCs only because of the money, because of the survival. But still, it's a shame on the part of the government, whichever government. After 73 years also, we don't prohibit, we don't achieve, because our economic employment culture has not been developed. Therefore, persons, because of the poverty, because of the exigencies, necessities, they have to indulge. Then for this kind of the forced labor, then malnutrition, employment. Still, our children only works in the factories, shops, and houses. And directive principles. Directive principle says, when the 10% economically weaker sections reservations have been made, Article 38(2) says, Article 38(1) says, state shall strive to promote the welfare of the people by securing and protecting as effectively as it may social order in which social justice, economic justice, and political justice shall inform all the institutions. Taking advantage this, they brought in a legislation to protect the economically weaker sections, forgetting the welfare and interests of the backward classes. one thing I would like to clarify. Backward classes, the word used in Article 16(4) is only the word backward classes. Backward classes means scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and the socially educational backward classes. Therefore, let us not forget, by our brother STs and SCs, all of us, we are backward classes only. Because of the degree of the social backwardness, different these situations, they have been categorized into SCs, STs, and social educational backward classes. It's what has been explained in detail in Indrasani versus Union of India, 1992, the 9th judgment. Therefore, backward classes, unless we all the backward classes come together, then this kind of the injustice cannot be continued. Insofar as the subject is concerned, the 50% reservations in the All India PG medical colleges, they are providing reservations for the SCs, STs, but not OBCs. And recently, they have taken a decision to implement 10% reservations also in the 50% of the PG courses, but not to the backward classes. What justification they have while giving the 10% to economically weaker sections, they doesn't want to give 27% reservations to the OBCs. That is the reason why I have also filed the case in the Supreme Court, questioning the action of the government of India, that hitherto these reservations used to be enjoyed by these OBCs by the respective states, and center has taken away the share, taken away the 50% to the All India pool, 50% of the PG seats to the All India pool, and 15% of the UG undergrad medical seats to the All India pool. So Government of India, the Ministry of, the Director of Health and Medical Sciences is not making any provision to provide reservations in 15% of the undergraduate medical courses and 50% of the PG medical courses. So 50% of the PG medical courses, no reservations for the OBCs. That is the reason why I have filed a writ petition in the Supreme Court of India, in which they have filed a counter. Absolutely no grounds in that counter. Once it comes, we can succeed in the Supreme Court. But unfortunately, because our brothers and sisters are not sitting there, even the courts are also not doing the social justice and coming to the rescue of the backward classes. Now that case is pending. Then now there are two things. Now some states have only the government college. Insofar as the Andhra Pradesh and Telangana is concerned, there are the PG seats in the government colleges and in the private education institutions. Insofar as the private PG medical colleges are concerned, those colleges have not contributed anything to the central pool in the PG seats. So everything, only 50% convener quota and 50% convener quota, 25% management quota, 15% NRI quota, 10% institutional quota, total 100%. So there is no pool. Insofar the government college is concerned, 50% they have taken away the All India pool. So BCs are denied their right of 27% in the central pool is concerned. And in the, now that I am working for the state of Andhra Pradesh as a chairperson, Higher Education Regulatory and Monitoring Commission, this government, you will surprise what this government is doing. This government is doing whatever the dreams of the Phule Ambedkar was, and this government is implementing every dream of the constitution and the wish of the backward classes, SCs, STs. And some of the schemes, I will tell you, some of the schemes that are being implemented by this government, the Raitu Bharosa, YSR Raitu Bharosa is one of the 9 Navaratna welfare schemes of YSR government. That means every financial year, 13,500 they will give for each farmer. Then the schools, they have developed the infrastructure of the school on par with the very quality schools maintained by them. So infrastructure, benches, tables, computers, then the faculty, he has developed, and he is giving 15,000 rupees for sending their children to the school and providing the free books, free shoes, free clothes, 2 clothes, and a free midday meal with quality. Every day is a variety of the meal. Then again Ammavadi, that means for sending the schools they have to be giving. For higher education, entire fee is reimbursed for the SCs, STs, OBCs whose income is less than 2.5 lakhs per year. Entire income. So 90% of the students are getting fees reimbursement in the graduation, BTech, MTech, MBA, MCA, pharmacy colleges. Then Arogyasri, free Arogyasri. Then various schemes are being implemented. When I met the other day the Honorable Chief Minister stating that in state quota of 50% is concerned, no doubt here they are giving the reservations for the SCs, STs, OBCs. But there was, what they used to do is, suppose 50% is the merit convener quota, and then 50% is merit quota, 50% is the reserved quota. Suppose the SC or BC selects in the open quota, and same category person also is selected in the reserved quota, and the reserved quota man gets a better broad specialty than the open quota, because as a meritorious man, he can slide and occupy the reserved quota seat. So in that view, they used to make it open. So now the state quota is concerned, within the 50% also. So whoever is selected in the merit quota, that is open competition. Open competition means, it doesn't mean forward class. Open competition means he can be SC, he can be ST, he can be BC, he can be anybody. He can be differentially abled persons also. So the meritorious reserve candidate has got a right to slide and occupy the better broad specialty and better subjects. So in that case, the seat occupied by him should be given an opportunity to occupy that seat. But all these 7 years they used to make it as open. As a resultant action, we used to PG courses, we used to lose more than 150-60 cases. So this year, this government amended the existing GO, and we got 189 more PG seats. SCs, STs, BCs were able to protect 189 seats. Therefore, insofar as the PG central pool 50% seats are concerned, now the government of India has taken a decision to implement reservations to economically weaker sections also. I don't know what made them to deny the reservations to the socially educational backward classes. That means their action is discriminatory, illegal, because there is no unity and there is no. So this kind of the discrimination takes place. All of you know what happened in America. Whole of the world is burning now. How long we have tolerated, we have suffered this kind of the discrimination. But I don't think now such kind of the situation can continue if all of us come together and take our due share. Therefore, only thing is peacefully, as Ambedkar never encouraged this kind of the violence and he respected the constitution. Within the four corners of the constitution, unless we come together, unitedly fight and peaceful marches, peaceful protests, and educate our people, ignite our people, enlighten our people about the constitution. Unfortunately, constitution, after the constitution, there is no ritual, there is no custom, there is no system, nothing. Constitution alone is the Bible, Constitution alone is the code for everybody. Therefore, to get the constitutional fruits, we should see that we should run the classes just like RSS, and we should educate even village people also. This is our right to have the proportionate representation in the politicals, in the employment, in the education, in the economic, in all spheres of life. Unless we are prepared to take our share, unless we vote for our own people, take a pledge that what may come, even if they give thousands of rupees or liquor or lures or threat or anything, only by the political power only we can achieve this kind of our rights under the Constitution. Any questions my learned friends may pose to me, I will answer them.
Sir, most important question people wants to ask you is whether the creamy layer amongst the OBCs and as well as now that is being implemented in SCs is constitutionally valid or not.
But creamy layer, you see that first of all we have to understand the scope of the reservations. When the 27% reservations itself have not been achieved, where is the question of applying the creamy layer? If 27% is achieved, then we have to do the justice. Then we have to give the preference from the lower level to the higher level. So what is happening by eliminating the persons under the creamy layer? They are taking away our share and occupied by the unreserved categories. Therefore, we should also take care, as we are fighting against the allied, we should keep in mind poor of our classes also.
साथियों, अम्बेडकरवादी पत्रकारिता को आगे बढ़ाएं। मासिक मेंबरशिप लेकर द शूद्रा की आर्थिक मदद करें।
बहुजन समाज से जुड़ी हर खबर जानने के लिए सब्सक्राइब करें द शूद्र और बेल आइकन दबाना ना भूलें।